proposal in front of the DEA could be the biggest policy change in federal drug law in more than 50 years, reclassifying marijuana. President Biden called for a review of federal marijuana law in 2022 and moved to pardon thousands of Americans convicted federally of simple possession of the drug. Right now, it's a Schedule I drug. It's lumped in with drugs like heroin and LSD, but it could be moved to a Schedule III with drugs like ketamine and some steroids. The feds could formally recognize that it also has an accepted medical benefit. Our Jose Martinez went to a dispensary in San Francisco to look at how those proposed changes could be a lifesaver for struggling pot shops.
With the Biden administration taking another step towards reclassifying marijuana as a less dangerous drug, we all wonder what would be the impact at dispensaries like this one. Would it be beneficial or not? Blake Wilkins, assistant manager at Soulful Dispensary in San Francisco, says a shift in federal policy regarding marijuana would be a game changer.
What this relaxation is going to do, this rescheduling is going to do, is also going to allow people to tax their business operations. So I think that's one thing a lot of people don't know is salaries, supplies, all these things are not tax deductible for cannabis business. So when we're seeing like salaries not changing for certain bits, for certain positions, or people are closing because they can't afford how much it costs to run the business besides selling the cannabis. No one talks about that conversation, the back end process.
24 states, including California, have already legalized marijuana for recreational use, but a federal ban has cast a long shadow over the industry as a whole. The proposed changes announced by the Justice Department today would change how marijuana is classified, grouping it with drugs like steroids rather than hard and highly addictive substances like heroin.
Rescheduling, it's going to give more access to private and public forums to be able to actually talk about cannabis and do work with cannabis. So right now, no one can touch it. So at least if it's rescheduled, the FDIC, I think, can actually start, maybe approving credit cards, because that went away, and that's not. Everyone's trying to find ways to be able to access cannabis, and I think all these different hurdles, because it's scheduled, is making it difficult.
Losing in federal restrictions on marijuana also has the potential to unlock research opportunities on its medicinal value.
That means it's being established that cannabis has potent medical value. In fact, in the Associated Press report, it mentioned that the government has ascertained that there are at least 15 medical conditions for which cannabis is extremely helpful medically.
But to be clear, marijuana would be illegal on the federal level even if the changes were to take effect. Cannabis advocate David Goldman says the change will be beneficial for businesses but would not have the same impact as full decriminalization.
People have mixed feelings. They want to know whether the federal government will respect robust and well-run, regulated adult use cannabis programs throughout the country, like in California, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Massachusetts. Will they let us continue? Will people be allowed to get their prescriptions filled under Schedule III from a cannabis dispensary such as Soulful or the Green Cross? These are issues that have to be worked out.
Because this could open the door for pharmacies to join the market, but Blake is not worried about it yet.
For it to get to grocery stores, there has to be this whole process of I would say, order of operations that it has to get to before it gets there. Right now, the grocery stores don't even know what to do with cannabis, or even managing all the CBD at that.
And even though this is going to take some time to become a reality, Blake says this is in fact a step in the right direction.